How y'all doing? This is Rob Burnham, here, Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Richard Land Comics. This time I'm doing another episode of Highlander reviews. This time I'm reviewing Highlander Season 5, Episode 3. What happens on this week's episode is, one of Duncan's friends, I think his name's Carl, but we've met him in previous season. He's an immortal, and he's this pro baseball player. Well, what happens is another immortal shows up at after a practice and challenges Carl, and Carl winds up taking his head and taking his place in. Well, there's all these people that witness this. Now Carl's on the run for murder, and the person who's chasing him is another immortal that Carl met. It's actually the one that trained Carl, and he's after Carl because he killed his father-in-law and brother-in-law back in the day whenever they knew each other. That was back in slavery and all this sort of stuff, and Carl was a slave, then he got shot and then became immortal and the whole 9 yards. And this guy's been after Carl this whole time. Well, now this guy has a chance to get Carl because Carl messed up and let people see him fighting another immortal, killing this immortal. So now this guy's after Carl. Doctor's trying to help Carl, and he finally convinces this guy to stop hunting Carl, but Carl's still wanted for murder. So what happens is that Carl's coach tries to take the rap for Carl, but Carl doesn't let him do this, and then they have to set up Carl's death. The way they do this is Carl comes out from hiding, and SWAT winds up shooting Carl and thinking they killed Carl when Carl's immortal, so he didn't die. And then they break Carl out of the hospital, and other than that, that's all that really happened. Besides Carl telling his coach that he's an immortal. My question for y'all is, now that Carl has to start a new life, what's going to happen with that? As always, Rob Burnham, here, Preacher Man R&B, signing out, guys. GG's awesome. This has been an episode of Richard Lane Comics. See you next time.